I hesitated and lost this deal. Here's what most beginners do wrong. I found a foreclosure deal, I ran the numbers, it made sense, and I froze. And while I was frozen, someone else closed on it. In this video, I'm going to show you the exact reason most new flippers hesitate and lose their first deal, and the shift that you can make that changes everything. Stick with me to the end because I'm going to show you how you can get your hands on my Flip Funding Confidence Guide, the exact resource that shows you how to make an offer with certainty, even when you don't have the funding lined up. I'm Sandra, the owner of the Real Estate Growth Program, where I help house flippers across the country stop starting from zero and start building recurring income on top of their deal flow. In every single video, you're going to get something that you can implement immediately. So here's the problem we're dealing with today. Most new flippers find a solid deal, maybe a foreclosure or an off-market property, something with real margins, but they don't make an offer. Not because the deal's bad, but because they don't have the funding lined up and they don't know where to get it or how long it's going to take to get it. So they wait and they lose it. What most people try to do is get everything lined up before they go looking for deals. They tell themselves that once they have a lender, once they have proof of funds, once they have more savings, then they'll move. So they spend weeks, months, sometimes years trying to get financially ready while deals are disappearing and the market continues to move on. That approach doesn't work because the market doesn't wait for you to get ready. And the truth is, you don't need to have the funding in hand to make an offer. You need to know where the funding would come from and how fast you can get it. That uncertainty, not knowing those two answers, is what causes most people to hesitate. It's not the deal, it's not the credit, it's not the competition, it's uncertainty. And uncertainty is fixable. So there's a 3-step solution. So let's go through it. Step 1 is to know your funding source before you need them. Before you look for the next deal, write down 3 answers. Who is your hard money lender? What is their draw timeline? What will they need to get you approved fast? You don't need to have the money in the bank. What you need is the name and their number. One relationship with one lender changes everything about how you confidently can move forward. So step 2 is you need to separate the offer from the funding. Making an offer and having the funding to close, they're 2 completely different things. And they fit different places in the timeline. Most beginners lump them into the same bucket, and it causes them to freeze on both. When you're making an offer, your job is to lock in the terms. Your lender's job comes next. Stop trying to do both at the same time. Step 3, use a confidence script for your offer conversation. When you're making an offer for someone and they ask about financing, most beginners panic. All you have to do is have a simple answer ready. When working, and you just simply say, we're working with private and hard money lenders that move quickly on solid deals. That's it. That sentence communicates competence and confidence. This works because hesitation is almost never about money. It's about knowing the answer to the questions you haven't been asked yet. When you know your lender and you know your timeline and you have those answers ready for the offer conversation, the fear is gone. You no longer have the I don't have funding issue. You're ready to solve it in your mind. You have already solved that in your mind, and you're ready to move forward when the right offer shows up. Now, at the beginning of this video, I told you that I promised you a resource. So if you would, just DM me the word deal right now, and I'll send you my Flip Funding Confidence Guide. It walks you through exactly how to identify your funding source, structure your offer timing, and what to say so you never freeze on a deal again. This guide does the thinking for you before you're in the moment, because the worst time to figure out your funding strategy is when you're standing in front of the deal that you're about to lose. If you've got the guide in your hand before your next deal shows up, you'll make the offer, and making that offer is the only way to close it. So DM me deal right now, and let's make sure that you never miss the next deal. Thank you so much for taking time to watch this video. I hope you got benefit from it. Leave me a comment. Let me know what you thought. Let me know what you're struggling with. I would love to help you. But most of all, subscribe to my channel. You do not want to miss any of the future videos. I'll see you tomorrow.